Strictly Comics is now accepting books for pressing and cleaning services. For deals and promotions, go to Facebook at Strictly Comics. Click the Services tab for pricing and get a free quote. Okay, people, we are all set to do our 8th affordable auction Sunday, October the 22nd, 6 p.m. Eastern. Hope to see you there. What's going on, everybody? It's Edwin back again for Strictly Comics, and I got a haul for you guys. A little bit of toys, a little bit of other stuff, a little bit of comic books, back issues, and new issues. But first, I want to apologize to everybody for not doing this Wednesday, and apologize for not doing a GPA Saturday yesterday. What happened was my wife's car was declared total from Hurricane Harvey. Now, did it get flooded like how people were seeing on the news? No. We got a little bit of water that came in. We don't know if it came in through the top of a door, through a leak, or whether it came up from the bottom because there was a lot of rushing water during Hurricane Harvey because of all the rain afterwards. And she had water in her rear passenger floorboard. Well, it was very minimal, and we were just going to deal with it, get the carpet steam cleaned or something like that. But I noticed tiny little mold spores started to form, and my wife had already made a claim the day that she discovered the water. So we just followed through with the claim, and they ended up totaling our car out. So let me just give you a quick illustration of what this is like. It's basically like your kid getting a broken leg and you're just declaring him deceased. We couldn't keep the car and get a check because once they total it, they come and take the car. We couldn't buy it back from them and drive it because it has a junk title. And so it basically what happens is they put us in a predicament in which we were forced to basically take a check for the car and then tow the car. And so now we're out looking for a new car. And so we're down to one vehicle. And then my car, I got just a old beater. It's been breaking down. I had to put a new radiator in it Thursday. I had to put a new radiator in it Thursday, which is why I didn't even show up to JLS's comic conversation Thursday, because I was busy putting in a radiator. A friend was helping me out. And then, of course, we had issues Friday. So it's just been car trouble left and right. And that's pretty much the reason why I haven't been able to do any videos. And you guys, I know you guys are understanding, and you guys will realize that, family and these life issues need to come first. So just giving you guys a quick explanation on why I haven't done anything. But it's Sunday. I'm able to do a video. I'm going to do a quick video, get this uploaded because I got a lot of pressing to do. I got a lot of packages still to get out to people. Because of the headaches and the horrible week that my wife and I have had over the past few days. So that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this. Got more toys. Got these super cheap. I remember this toy when I was a kid. I had this toy. I played a lot with toys. I had a great childhood. This is going to stay in its original packaging. I'm just going to go ahead and keep it. A lot of these I'm going to actually be willing to sell, but not really sure because I don't think a lot of people are really interested in these 90s figures. I think they were just so massively produced that I think you're lucky if you get like $5 a piece for them, which is actually what I'm selling them for. So pretty much all the toys that you're going to see in upcoming videos are pretty much for sale for $5 a piece. And I'll keep the same shipping price no matter how many you buy. And I need to get around to posting a lot of these on eBay. I just haven't gotten around to it. But anyways, I found this super cheap. Really happy to get it. Of course, it's got one of the Marvel trading cards that were kind of a big deal in the 90s. So this is always cool to have. Plus, it's Wolverine. So got that. And next, I found one of these. I thought Cable's second line, his first line wasn't really that cool. It was kind of his arm was awkwardly off to the right, and I didn't understand why they made him the way that they made him. But after that first line, the second, third, fourth, and fifth editions looked way cooler. And this is the Arctic Armor Cable. I got other cables that I'll show in future videos, but I think this is probably one of the best toy designs of Cable. Beautifully crafted. You see his arm, very simplistic. His arms don't really bend at the bicep, but it's still okay. I mean, because they're slightly bent even though they're not, even though they're fixed the way they're designed. But we all know Cable's usually had pretty big guns thanks to Rob Liefeld. So I think a lot of that has to do with why they created his arms the way they did. But anyways, got that really cool looking figure. Didn't even know they had this out until I saw it. So just really, really cool stuff. Cable is probably my favorite out of him and Deadpool from the X-Force. I just love the whole concept, the way that Rob Liefeld created him. So really, really, really happy to have this. So, and it even has this original Kmart price tag. And if you see the price tag, it says August 8th of 1996. So it's been in this original packaging for like over 21 years. So, but still, real cool stuff here. Real cool stuff. Okay, so up next, I was able to get one of these. Boom! Really happy to have gotten one of these. I was out camping at Walmart from midnight till when they opened up at 6 a.m. Now, I know a lot of Walmarts are open 24/7, but ours isn't because it's kind of ratchet. It's kind of a ghetto Walmart, and so I think they got tired of a lot of the hoods coming in late at night and not really having enough staff, and there was quite a lot of theft and vandalism and stuff like that. Not that I stay in a rough neighborhood or anything, but that was just the nature of the Walmart that's closest to us. And so actually just earlier this year, they started closing at midnight and reopening at 6. So I had to wait, but it was good. It wasn't bad. I was the first one out there. Other Walmarts that I went to that were open 24 hours, they were pretty much sold out at midnight. So I didn't know if this was going to be easy to get my hands on, but I went ahead and picked one up anyways, even with all the camping. I think that Nintendo made a lot more of these because I'm seeing them go from $200 on eBay, and now they're starting to plateau at about $150, $160, and I have a feeling that they're gonna drop even more because I think there were just so many of these produced. I haven't opened this up yet. And I really don't plan on it. I'm actually waiting for a guy who I'm subscribed to on YouTube to create a video so that I can jailbreak this and put the entire Super Nintendo library on it. It actually has the same CPU processor, everything as the NES Classic Edition. So I'm just waiting for them to figure it out. I don't think it will be long, but I want to get the entire library put on this before I really get into it. I'm not really super excited about all the games that it comes with. I mean, some of them I like, Super Mario, of course, Super Metroid, and even Mega Man, but I never was hardcore with Donkey Kong or any of the other games. It's got Punch Out, but I like Mike Tyson's Punch Out. That's the one with Mr. God, I forgot his name, the white guy. Shoot, I'm drawing a blank here. But anyways, and then I like Castlevania 3. Star Fox I wasn't really into, but I'll probably play Star Fox 1 and probably Star Fox 2. So, but yeah, I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to wait. I'm pretty patient. I'm not like a hardcore gamer. This is pretty much a nostalgic purchase, and that's pretty much why I picked it up. I'm just very thankful that I was able to get one because I really missed out on the NES, and I'm not going to pay what people are asking for. People still want $150, $200 for that unit, and there's just no way I'm going to pay for that. I'll just go without. Plus, I have an emulator already on both of my computers, so it's not that big a deal. I got this mainly just because I wanted something to plug and play. And it comes with 2 controllers, so I'll probably end up playing this with my wife as well. So got that, and let me go ahead and show the comic books that I picked up. First, I didn't even show up for Batman Day, but my LCS still had some books left over, so I went ahead and grabbed this, which it's okay. I mean, Harley Quinn, I understand the whole combination of the two. I also picked up this right here, and that was pretty much all the ones that they had left from my LCS. That was pretty much all the ones that they had left, so I grabbed those. Now, as far as back issues go, just a few back issues that I picked up. Nothing really serious or key. But I picked this up, the New Avengers number 27. I think this is like the new first appearance of the new Ronin, I think. It's about a $10 to $12 book, shipping included on eBay. I've sold one of these before. This one is actually in a higher grade. It's 9, it's near mint plus or better. It was 50 cents. So that's pretty much why I picked it up. Also, I picked up this. Again, like I said, nothing key, but it is a newsstand copy. It's in high grade. It's at least 9.4 or better. Enter the Hermit. I don't know if this is a first appearance or what, but I've seen these newsstand older spectacular Spider-Mans fetch about $10 to $15 a piece on eBay. So again, another purchase that I got for 50 cents. Nothing major, guys, like I said. And then I grabbed this. I remember this movie when it came out. I actually remember watching it first on VHS, RoboCop 2. And I just love RoboCop, and a fan of that franchise. I know the new one pretty much flopped, but that's what you get when you're constantly trying to rehash old stuff. But the interesting thing about this that I found out was Jim Lee worked on the cover. Now, I think he just did the inks, but that is still Jim Lee artwork that you see on the cover there. And not only that, but guess who did the interiors? Mark Bagley. I'm a fan of Mark Bagley's artwork. Mark Bagley did the interiors of this. This is obviously before his start on Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, but really cool pickup in my opinion. Again, this was a 50-cent purchase, and it's in really high grade, so I really didn't mind. And then last for the back issues I picked up was this right here. I think everybody knows what this book is. It's a massively produced comic book, but Justin said he was going to send me one. Now he doesn't need to do that. This is the first appearance of Gen 13. You got Gen 13 with Fairchild and the other characters. I don't really know the name of all of them. I just remember Fairchild. But this is the first appearance of Gen 13. And even though it's a pretty cheap, dollar book, I think it's just a matter of time before Gen 13 ends up in a, image related movie or TV show or something like that. And it's a first appearance, so why not? Again, this was also a 50-cent purchase. So, and it's in very high grade. It's a 9.8 book, square bound, never read. So really, really happy to have picked that up. So yeah. Okay, so with the new pickups this week, I picked up Action number 988. I've already read this. This is actually a decent read. You really just get a lot of explanation here from Superman's dad. I forget his name. And why he ended up surviving. If this is the real Superman's dad, we don't know yet. But it's a pretty decent read. I've been reading a lot of Action Comics because I want to continue with my support towards Superman. Pretty much the first superhero in comics. And it was a solid read. So really happy that I picked that up. Also, I got Detective 965. Looks like we got the return of Red Robin here. I'm a couple issues behind. The last two issues were just more or less like a filler with spoiler. But, now I'm going to get into this and kind of see what's going on because Red Robin has been gone for, I don't know, close to a year. And at least from the cover, it appears that he's back. I haven't read it yet, but we'll see. And then also I grabbed Sisters of Sorrow number 3. I still have yet to read the first two. I do plan on doing it. I actually had it set out not too long ago as a must read. So now that number 3 is out, I definitely got to jump on it because I don't want to get too far behind on this. The cover looks just fantastic. A nun holding a pistol, reloading her clip. So we'll see what this is all about. Also, got some Venom variants. Okay, so this is the Mighty Thor with Hela and the Venomized Villains variant. And really, really cool cover. I think this is a Clayton Crane cover. This is just a gorgeous cover, man. I love this cover. I got this book just for the cover alone. I don't even read the Mighty Thor, so I picked that up. Also with the Venomized Villains, I grabbed Venomverse number 4. This is a really nice cover. This is more like a, I guess, Carnage. Although I don't know what villain that's supposed to be unless it is Carnage. I don't know, man, but You guys tell me, but it was just a really cool cover. Had to grab it. Don't really buy variants, but when it comes to Venom, I've been spending a lot of money on variants. And so I went ahead and picked these up. And keeping it going with the Venomized villain variants, V3. I picked this up, although I don't know who this character is supposed to be. Maybe you guys could tell me in the chat. I have no idea who this is supposed to be. I thought it was like Gwenpool or Gwenum or I don't know, man, but it was really cool cover, taking a selfie, and so I just went ahead and grabbed it. And then I grabbed this one, which is the Clayton Crane, continuing with the connecting covers. I have all 4 of these now, which I'm very thankful to have. And I don't know how many more there are. But this guy I remember from an early 90s book, What If Venom Had Joined the Punisher, if I'm not mistaken. So I grabbed that. Really gorgeous cover here, man. I love Clayton Crane. I can't tell you guys how much I love that dude's artwork. Picked up TMNT 74, gorgeous cover here. Matteo Santaluco's cover. He doesn't do the interiors, but that cover is gorgeous. Love that cover. Would love to have that cover for real. But Matteo Santaluco did that. And I grabbed Spawn 278. I think I'm one of the few people on Earth that's still reading the Spawn. Cool cover, black and white cover. We're getting closer to 300. And I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see where Spawn is going to head when it gets to 300 and beyond. I may discontinue picking it up only because Todd McFarlane just doesn't do the interiors, and I think that's why a lot of people fell off of the story since the mid 90s, was because Todd McFarlane did like the first year and a half, and then he just wasn't a consistent artist on this title anymore after that. He pretty much just hired artists to continue his property. So, and I understand that. I mean, that's a pretty long run to be doing any comic book, but I just don't know if I'm going to continue to read Spawn too far beyond issue 300. So I grabbed that. I also grabbed this, which I think everybody picked up this week. It's a Dark Knight metal tie-in. It's Batman the Murder Machine. I've been told this storyline is excellent. I need to get into it. I'm so far behind on comic book reading, you guys. I just, this is the second time I'm shooting this video, but the question that I asked when I shot this video the first time was, how do you guys find the time to read your comic books? Because I don't like to just burn through a book. I really like to absorb the story, the art, and a lot of times I'll even read like fan letters in the back and stuff like that. I try to absorb everything I can with every book because I thoroughly enjoy it. And so I want to know, how do you guys find the time to read these books? Especially if you're buying at least 10 titles a week. Now, that's not even including the back issues that you pick up, the trades, the others, key issues, stuff like that. How do you guys find the time? Tell me, especially if you have kids, tell me. Your boy is listening. Tell me. Do you have any secrets? Do you read on the job? What is it, man? Just talk to me. Tell me what's going on, man, because I need some help, man. I need some help. And then last but not least, I think everybody picked up Marvel Legacy #1. I think everybody picked this up. It's a very thick book. I am going to read it, even though I'm not reading too many Marvel books these days. I will read this. I am a little bit interested. Everybody is at least talking about it, whether good or bad. So I am going to get caught up and at least read this, sit down, try to enjoy it, and see what's going on in the Marvel Universe. So, but that is it, everybody. I got through this whole video and I think I got it recorded successfully. So make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. I always appreciate it. Please follow me on Instagram. That way you guys can stay notified with a lot of my upcoming auctions and what particular books I'm going to be auctioning off. We got one coming October the 22nd, as I said at the beginning of this video, 6 p.m. Eastern. But that is it, everybody. Keep God first in your life and enjoy your comic books. Until next time, everybody, have a great week. Peace.